The angle of which the door is open is 50 degrees. Okay. Now the dimension of the door is 120 times 190. Okay, found the distance between B and D. The distance between B and D. What is the distance between B and D? Now, the distance between B and D, this diagonal. Well, this door has the wrong way to open, and probably you can see. Now, let me just use the book. 我攞本書當做門啦。咁見到度，見到度。咁而家咧，佢咧就要叫你計 B 點，即係呢個頭 B 點，同埋 D 點，即係呢個頭。The question asks us to find the distance between B and D. So it is just the diagonal of the ball. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. If you close the door like that, B and D are just the distance between F and D. They are the same. Can you see that? So what we are going to do is some quite easy question. We just use the 5 fingers here to find the distance between D and F. So part 1. dB is equal to square root of 190 square plus 120 square. And the reason is 5 fingers 0. Is it clear? So this one is easy once you visualize the problem. The most difficult part is always lies on visualize the problem, understand what are we trying to do. And finding the answer, well, basically usually 1 or 2 steps. Most likely you will need to use 5 fingers here. Of course, there are much more difficult problems, but they are not our targets. We have no hope to find out the answer for the more difficult ones. But for simple ones, it is still possible. But the hurdle always lies on whether you understand the problem or not. Now, part B, the distance between B and F. The distance between B and F, that is that distance. That distance. Now, how to do it? We just draw triangle A, B, F. We just single out this triangle. AF is the door. 120, no problem. And this angle, also 120. It's okay? We also that we all go over for 50 degrees. Now as a result, this is just 50 degrees. 個門開咗50度啊嘛，咁呢度 that means this angle is also the same as this angle, 50 degrees. It's okay? Now, you may think that the solution should be used cosine rule. Yes, you can find out the solution by just using cosine rule. 第一個印象咧就話應該用cosine rule咧就計得到啦。真係嘅，用cosine rule計得到嘅。And how to use the cosine rule? Cosine rule. We have c squared equals to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab and then cosine angle c. Now here we remove all the labels. it is confusing. We just look at it. Suppose this is angle C, and this is A, this is B. Then A will be equal to A is opposite side is 1 to 0, and B is that side 1 to 0, and C is the length we want to find. And the angle C is 50 degrees. So we know that the answer C squared is C just equal to the square root of A squared is 120 squared plus B squared is 120 squared minus 2 times 120 times 120 and then times cosine 50 degree. 呢度變咗120嘛？九龍門係120乘190啦，190應該高啦，冇理由話闊嘅啫。即係呢個應該可以理解啊！一棟門得120咁高，你點會？你點會？190點問㗎其實。Anyway, so this using the calculator, you'll be able to find C. And obviously, this is slightly complicated. So, if you are careful enough, you may be able to find out an easier way to find out. Why? Because 120 and 120 are the same. That means this is an isosceles triangle. As a result, these two angles must be the same. And what is that angle? Yeah, just actually 55 degrees. No, 65 degrees, sorry, 65. Yeah, just 65 degrees. Okay, by knowing the angle 65 degrees, we can use a simpler formula, the sine formula. Sine root or sine formula. We have C over sine 50 degrees equals to A over sine 65 degrees. And the length of A is just 120. This is the sine formula. Arguably, this one is easier to do in calculation. Although it involves two steps. We first find out the angle, but the actual formula is easier and you should make less mistake than using this one. Okay. Using both methods, you will be able to find the same answer. And just that this one, I believe, is slightly faster. It's okay. Now, part C of it, the angle between BM and DF. BM and DF. The angle between BM and DF. Now, this part, the question asks us to find this angle. Now, this one will be difficult. Now, first, let me remove the unnecessary details. The door window is not involved, the handle is not involved. Let me get rid of this first. Now, can you see the triangle formed by BDF? Now, I draw a straight line here, which is this part, and I shade it. This is an imaginary triangle. Of course, it does not exist between dots. But we are going to find this angle, and this part should be much more difficult. But anyway, we have some luck, because actually the length of DF and the length of DB is already known. We already know. Right? because we have calculated dB using Pythagoras theorem. And as I have already told you that these two sides are the same in length. It's okay? 記唔記得？記唔記得我同你講過？呢兩個其實都有長度啊嘛。dB and dm have the same length, which, according to the box, the length should be 225 cm. Is it okay? It's okay. Now, that side is 225 cm. This side is also 225 cm. And BM, the length of BM, is calculated in part B. And the length of B is 101 centimeter. So this one should be equal to 101 centimeter. And therefore C equals to 120 divided by sine 65 degree multiplied by sine 50 degree, and it should also be equal to 101 centimeter. Now, we have that triangle, and we know the length of the B sides. So how to find that angle? In this case, we don't have any choice. We have to use the cosine formula like that. Now, the sine that is opposite to the required angle, we are going to find this angle, BFD, this angle. So we first pick up the sine that is opposite to that angle. 嗱呢條咧冇辦法㗎啦，我哋唯有咧就用圖晒庫，即係得一個方程嘅啫。因為我哋淨係知道咧三條邊嘅長度。你唔理解點解我哋知道三條邊嘅長度先？好嘛？好啦嘛。好啦，咁我哋咧就運用圖三庫啦。運用圖三庫嘅方法咧，首先我哋咧就要知道啦，我哋要求咧就係 DFD 呢隻角，所以咧先問呢隻角對面嗰度邊先，對面嗰邊嘅長度係215。So according to the cosine rule, 225 squared. That is, I'm picking up this side as C. 225 squared should be equal to the square of the other two sides. That is 101 squared plus 225 squared. And then subtract 2 times 101 times 225. This and that multiply together, and then times cosine the angle we are going to find. So that is the cosine formula. So in the whole expression, only theta is unknown, the three sides are unknown, so we will be able to find out the value of theta. First of all, we have 225 in both sides, so it can be eliminated. It just cancel out. So we have 2 times 101 times 225 cosine theta equal to 101 squared. Can you see that? And 101 and 101 squared can cancel 1. So therefore, the formula is cosine theta just equals to 101 divided by 2 times 225. Okay, not too difficult to compute. Once you see five. So if you are good at algebra, try to simplify it before using your calculator stripping. 即係如果你哋 OK 嘅話咧，揾咗計計佢先啦，可以約咁啲嘢，冇咁煩惱。不過你就咁直撳計數啲都得嘅。Ch.3 嗰時我慢慢something related to geometry. I will just pick out several I believe is more important one. I will not go from the beginning to the end because we don't have the time. So I will just pick up something that I believe you should know.
You should tell me. You should tell me your secret. Really? I thought it's just one. Yeah. Because I'm trying to torture myself. Yeah.
65度喺呢度出嚟嘅，因為呢個係一個等腰三角形嚟嘛，我哋知道個頂度係50度，所以佢咧兩隻底度咧就係剩低嘅130度嘅一半，即係60度，呢兩個就。The reason for this is 65 is base angle of isosceles prime. Base angle of isosceles prime. Now, the marking scheme for the mathematics question is like that. If you try to give explanation, at least you give one explanation. Giving one reason will satisfy the marker and give you marks. You don't have to explain every steps. Just make sure you give at least one reason for every code and you will be fine. So try to figure out some easy to remember one. 啲題目咧要求你做證明嘅，咁證明嗰度咧，你寫出嗰個原因咧係有分嘅，但係就唔需要每一步咧都寫原因。咁嗰個 marking scheme 通常咧就係俾1分嗰個理由嘅啫，因為唔有幾多嘅話冇人攞分嘅。咁於是乎咧，你只要寫到一個理由咧，就算做到你有寫理由啦，咁就已經 OK。咁所以你揀啲容易記嘅，記咗佢。咁當然你要寫得啱啦，咁你想穩陣啲，你寫夠兩個，即係最緊要有，唔好係完全唔寫。即係有啲好簡單嘅嘢，食到你啲唔寫啦。It's okay. May I erasing? I would like to draw your attention to the word right pyramid. Now, what is meant by right pyramid? Just like a right angular triangle, it has something right. And what is that something right? Well, let me draw the pyramid out. Well, for the top view, what do you know is meant by top view? You just look at the pyramid from above it. That is what you are able to see. Okay, that is top view. You just found a square. That means what is in the right pyramid, it is nearly every place it is similar or the same. Now I just give you an idea of what is not a right pyramid. For example, if the pyramid looks like that, then it is not right. That means the four faces, the four slanted faces of the pyramid is the same, with the same angle. So this kind of pyramid is called the right pyramid. This one is not. This one is yes. When we look at it on the top. 所謂right pyramid咧，就係喺由上面望落嘅話，你見到你好似正四面一樣嘅，只能夠喺上面望落，你先見到四面相等嘅啫。如果你唔喺上面望落去，梗係你見到唔相等嘅，即係起碼望落去樣唔似相等嘅。So it is easiest to figure out whether it is right at the top. Okay. same, and every sides are the same. So you see 4 isosceles triangle and 1 square. 嗱，由於佢係關於邊緣嚟嘅，所以咧你咧就會見到4個等腰三角形，斜邊嗰度嗰4個三角形全部都等腰嘅，全部都邊相等，即係斜邊相等。同埋咧個底嗰度咧係一個正方形，你要記住呢樣嘢啊！4條邊相等，4個三角形嘅全等三角形，咁個底係一個正方形。And also, the vertex is directly above the center or the middle of the square at the base. 咁個頂點咧就喺嗰個底嘅正方形嘅正中間嘅正上方。Now, the height of it is 6 centimeter. And the side of it is 4 centimeter. So it gives you all the necessary information. If we draw a vertical line, maybe I just okay. Now I draw a vertical line down, and as I have already told you that this should be the middle of the square, directly from the vertex line. So I can as well draw something like that. And this point is drawn A. How many of these? In order to find the angles between VAN and VBN, what is VAN? Now, I try to remove things that are not necessary. Now, VAN is actually this thing.